Hi, welcome on another stream, and today I had a whole bunch of issues. First I had personal life issues, and then I came here already late, and then I had technical issues. And I forgot about the task list. Of course. Let's turn it on. This and this. And now today it should be already fully working on a technical side at least, so it should be updating automatically. Let's see. First I have to refresh it, and now it should be working. And what is this? Generalnie remote może trwać całe życie. Super, bez naprężeń. Tak. Mam wrażenie, że u mnie trwa to całe życie. Okay. Let's take this again. And this is room number 1. And I don't think this needs sounding anymore. Maybe light sounding in just a couple of places. This is kitchen. And this can go over here. So, as always, let's start with shorter ones. And I will clean up the ends again, the miters. very light passes. I'm trying to take off only the primer. Isn't it too bright? I think that's better. And then I should probably clean up also all the other ones. To just paint everything in one go. And today I'm probably scent of the excess wood filler. I don't think I will be doing that today. So maybe let's modify that. And also at the same time test if it works. Yeah, it works. Yeah, I won't be doing that today because I'm quite late and I wouldn't be painting them, applying the primer like today or even tomorrow anyway. First I will have to apply the 2 coats of paint on all those trims, on all those arrow-key trays. And then I can take care of the remaining ones. So I think I will do this tomorrow, because tomorrow there will be no gaming, because I will have to use my laptop again. So I will have a bit more time, or a lot of more time, for doing DIY stuff. So I will get them ready for Tuesday, I think. I will apply the first coat of primer on all the rest of the trims on Tuesday. All the rest, so 7? No, not even 7, because those are not, I'm not gonna be doing in here. So only this and this. So yeah, 5. 5 more trims I will start priming on Tuesday. And then on Tuesday I will probably also start cleaning up in here. I don't know, maybe Tuesday will be a shorter shorter stream. Because I definitely want to do all of the cleaning on camera. And after I'm done with all the painting or the sounding and stuff, I don't think I will have much more to do. Okay, that's ready. And that's gonna be the first coat of paint. So after that they will be on the same page as this first set over there. So I can apply the second coat of paint together. I just remember that I have to buy the trims, like you know, these ones that go between the floor and the wall. And I will have to find ones that are like bare wood, because like I want to paint them with the same paint. Otherwise, even though they would be white, they wouldn't look the same. They would have like different sheen and so on. So it's better to just use the same paint. Okay, and now I think I will take a bit of sandpaper. And I won't go on the like entire trim. I won't sand everything, just like spot sanding. I will just do it on certain areas that would need it. Okay, so let's see. There is a bit of roughness in here. Okay, most of it seems quite smooth. Second coat usually doesn't require much sanding. Okay, so all of that is ready for painting. Maybe I should rearrange this because I have quite a bit of wasted space in here. I don't think it would be so easy to rearrange. Maybe this in here. This is a bit long. This is too long. Okay, that is a bit better. So let's take some paint. The ad starts in 40 seconds. This is dry. This is not dry. Okay, that brush can wait over there. And this is also not dry. And the paint. This one is the paint. So looks like the next week, and by the next week I mean after Sunday, because at least in here we consider usually Sunday as the last day of the week. So yeah, next week I should be done with everything, because all of this I will finish painting on tomorrow. I will finish painting it tomorrow, and then this will take Tuesday for the first coat, then Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So yeah, by Saturday I should be finished with everything, and hopefully I will also clean up this area a bit. And maybe somewhere around Monday, next Monday, hello Eastside. Maybe somewhere around next Monday I will already started the next project. Today I started quite late because I had just a whole bunch of issues. First I had like personal life issues, and then I came here already late and I had technical issues. So I started I think like 40 minutes late. But I think it's not too bad because I don't have a whole bunch of stuff to do. I think today I will only paint those trims, and then tomorrow I will start sanding and cleaning the remaining 5 of them. And I should be finished with everything by like Saturday maybe. And today is gonna be the last day of gaming for a while, because I have to, today after the stream, I'll have to send off the RAM memory for the warranty. So I will have to use my laptop again, and my laptop won't be able to handle any games. It can barely run Minecraft by itself, and also with streaming it would probably explode. It's actually quite amazing how resource intensive Minecraft is. Like, you look at Minecraft and you would think that oh, it's gonna take like 1 megabyte of RAM, but no, it takes all of your RAM. Java is not a very efficient language. Today I was looking at the different auctions, and one of the searches I'm looking at is like stuff for the rack mount stuff. So you know, like those rack cabinets for networking. So I was looking at specifically rack cabinets, but all other stuff also shows up. And today I noticed, like I saw an auction for I thought at first it's a PC case, and I thought, oh it's a nice PC case for rack mount PC case, and the price is not that high. And then I looked at the description and realized, oh no, it's the whole computer with like all the components. So yeah, it's not the best computer. I wouldn't want to use it. It would probably be quite underpowered and quite inefficient, but I bought it anyway just for the case. And I'm probably gonna sell the components. Apart from power supply, because power supply I'm probably gonna keep. Like my current power supply and my server is quite horrible. It's not like a normal standard power supply. It's like power supply from one of those proprietary builds by like Dell, I think. Dell Optiplex, I believe it was from. So yeah, it's quite bad, especially considering the fact that length of the cables is specifically for Dell Optiplex. So when I tried to install it in a normal PC case, when I installed it in a normal PC case, the cables couldn't reach any components. So instead of this is just such a me way of solving the problem. Instead of installing the power supply and like the proper slot in the PC case, I just put it in front of the motherboard, like in the middle of the case, and attached it with zip ties. And it somehow works. Like somehow works. I mean, it still didn't break. Nothing like fell off or something like that. It's still an upgrade from the previous build, because previously I was using, now I'm using a standard PC case for the server, and previously I was using also a PC case from like Dell Optiplex or some other proprietary kind of build, and the screw positions for the motherboard weren't standard. So my way of installing the motherboard, normal standard motherboard in that case, was to just put in a piece of plywood and then screw the motherboard into the plywood. So I think it's an upgrade that now only the power supply is held together by duct tape and hopes. And I also bought a networking switch today, also for the rack mount. So now I only need the rack mount cabinet, and that I think is the hardest part, the hardest one to get. Mostly because rack cabinets are quite big, so I can't send them. I can't get them delivered. I mean, technically, of course, I can, but it's about the costs, because I want to find some good deal on a cabinet like that. And of course, I mean a cabinet that is like 2 meters tall or something similar. So if I have to find a cabinet like that somewhere in my region and then like get it in person, because if I wanted to send it from like the other side of the country, for example, just the delivery would cost the amount I want to pay for the cabinet itself. Because I was already looking at the costs of delivery on some cabinet that was on the other side of the country. And the cabinet was like 300 something zloty, and the delivery was also 300. And it's not that easy to find one. Find one that would suit my needs, because there is like a whole bunch of just rack cabinets in general in my area, but none of them as the cabinet that I want, because there are different configurations of those cabinets. So you can have a cabinet with enclosure, or a cabinet that's just a frame, or a cabinet that's short and you are supposed to hang on the wall, or a cabinet that is like full height, so it stands on the floor and then reaches like 2 meters high. So I would definitely want, or even need, a one that is just a frame, because I don't think I can fit one with enclosure. Like I have the ones that are just a frame are like 58 or something like that centimeters wide, and the space that I have for this cabinet is like 59 centimeters. So I don't think I could fit the one with enclosure in here, because the ones with enclosures are like 65 or something. You know, depending on the specific cabinet, but around 60 something. And that's not the kind of space I have. Yeah. Like I could technically get more space, but then I would have to figure out like some other storage solution for other stuff that's in there, because I want to put it in the basement. And in like this space that I want to put it, there is like a shelving cabinet. How do you call those cabinets with shelves? It's like a bookshelf, but not for books. Yeah, there is this furniture piece with shelves, and next to that there is like 59 around centimeters of space. So I could get rid of that furniture, but then I would have to like figure out what to do with stuff that's stored in there. Or like redo it, remake it to be a bit smaller. I should eventually figure out some other solution, some either completely new cabinet, completely new like bookshelf, because that one is a bit like disintegrating. It's not in a really good shape. It's kind of falling apart. But that's not something I want to do right now. And this rack cabinet is something that I want to have right now. Because I needed to redo my networking in the building, in the house. I want to move all of the network stuff, all like the switches and routers, modems. Well, one router, one modem, and server. I want to move all of that into the basement and then route all the cables from the basement up. I already put in the conduits for that, like the pipes, the plastic pipes for routing all the cables from the basement up to the corridor. Sounds like a building project, had it. Yeah, that's not something I'm going regarding like redoing the shelves like that. It's not something I would do on stream, because I would have to do it like in place in the basement, and it would be quite problematic to stream from the basement. Well, maybe I will think about this, if there will be any possibility of doing that. I don't think that would look great, because in the basement there is like no light. I mean, there are, I think, 3 lamps maybe on fairly big basement. So in some places, in some corners of the basement, I have to actually use a flashlight because I can't see anything. And like the shelving solution that I'm thinking about is not gonna be some sophisticated piece of furniture. I'm just gonna use more of those paneling, floor paneling, that is laying in there, because I have a lot of these panels in there, and then I'm gonna use some old pieces of MDF that are like old door frames, and just screw them together and put the panels on top as shelves. Oh, it's not the kind of shelf You move into place, I get that, yeah. Like, it is gonna be movable, but I don't think, I think it would be too big to like to move it like on the stairs. I don't think it would fit in the staircase. But yeah, we have on the attic a bunch of those door frames that are, you know, from these modern kind of doors that are trash tier doors. I don't know. I guess my uncle brought them, and yeah, I can use those as like the posts, like the posts for the this shelving unit, and then add another two of them horizontally, screw everything together as like this kind of frame, and then on those horizontal ones I would put this these panels, these HDF panels used for flooring. Okay, that's I think everything. Yeah, that's ready. So I can put all of that against the floor, against the wall. Yeah, like I will reuse those panels that are used to make that cabinet, because I still have a bunch of them, like really a bunch of them. I think half of the basement is filled with those panels. From the window to the wall. What? Did I say something wrong? Because sometimes I get this this situation that I'm thinking one thing, but my mouth says other thing, and like it's completely incoherent. Did I say something something wrong? Something that doesn't make sense? It's a song quote. I was hoping to God it's fine. It was a bad joke. Ah, okay. I'm typically not very good at getting jokes, and it's even worse when they require some context that I often don't have, because like I'm not that like well versed in the pop culture or something. It's called GetLow. You can use not Google to look it up. Okay, maybe I will use not Google. Oh, another thing why I like DuckDuckGo and also some other browsers over Google. Like we were talking about this yesterday, I think. The DuckDuckGo doesn't collect your information and stuff, like cookies about you, and that's not even that much about privacy, but about the pop-ups, because if you don't collect any data, then you don't have to show the pop-up about collecting data. And it's a problem with Google, because every time I'm using incognito mode or private mode, however you call it in a web browser, then Google always tells me about like cookies and everything, and that's annoying. And it's even more annoying on YouTube, because like I always click reject, like reject everything, and on YouTube like all of the session settings are saved by cookies. So if you click reject all, the like not this button that it's autoplay button, the state of that doesn't get saved. So you turn it off and then you play another video in private mode, and it's on again. So this is super annoying. Like some websites can figure it out how to do this, because you can do this without cookies. You can use local storage for that. You don't have to use cookies, but Google just doesn't want to. Here I said Sora Google, but you use whatever other browser request. Yeah, I'm sometimes saying I'm gonna Google that, even though I'm never using Google. Well, like I have not been using Google for years, because it's for many reasons, for like freedom, privacy, security, and all of that reasons, but also Google is sometimes just really annoying. Like I think Google still doesn't allow you to search, to filter searches by country. Like in a lot of other web browsers, you can like specify that you want search results from like Poland or from US or from whatever other country. I don't know, like Google seems to be somehow opposed to people speaking multiple languages. I don't understand that. It's especially visible on YouTube. Like YouTube and Google by extent, because like YouTube is owned by Google. YouTube really forces translation. Like it's YouTube is often translating titles of the videos, and it's not something you can turn off. Like there is no setting for keeping the original title. If a video has a title, even if it has a translated title option, even if it's just some automatic translation that is complete nonsense, it's still gonna show it to you. So that's the reason why I had to switch the YouTube language, like YouTube website language, to English, because like not everything, a lot of titles of like English-speaking videos were in Polish, and it was often looking so stupid. Like I especially remember one video from Tool Rescue. Is that how that guy is called? Like you know, this guy with red logo, red avatar, some circle with some writing all over it, and he's restoring some antique tools. I think Hand Tool Rescue or something like that. Yeah, he had a video that got this kind of title, and it was definitely automatically translated title, because no sane human would translate it like that. The original video was called, I think, hand plane restoration or something like that. Hand plane restoration. So it was like woodworking hand plane, and the way it was translated to Polish, it was completely ridiculous. Like it was hand plane, as in like plane, a mathematical plane of a hand, and it rebirth of the plane of a hand. And it took me quite a while to figure out what it is about. Rebirth of the mathematical plane of a hand. At least you can. It's still kind of annoying with multiple audio tracks, but this at least you can manually change. Like sometimes you get some video that's in a different language, in English, for example, and I play it in Polish, in Poland, and then it's in Polish with some weird, uncanny robotic AI voice. And luckily, you can at least like turn it back onto the original audio, but I don't think there is an option to like choose it permanently, to always choose the original audio track. and choosing English language as the language of the website and like language of everything connected to Google is also not the best solution, because then everything gets translated to English. Like stuff that would be in Polish or in French, for example, gets translated to English. I don't know. Google just doesn't accept the possibility that someone could speak more than one language, and that they would want to like read and listen to something in the original language. Google has an American brain, I guess. I guess just English speaker brain, because it's like the common quality of I think most of the native English speakers, that they don't really generally speak other languages, because there's no need to learn any other language when your language is like the most popular on the world. Do you even have foreign language lessons in school in the US? Like I think that maybe in the UK they have like French language or something, but just short-sighted thinking that everyone knows English. Well, it is kind of the case. Like most of the world does know English. I took French reading, writing, but Spanish is more useful here. Yeah, that's understandable. Also, Spanish is one of the most popular languages in terms of number of native speakers, I think, because there's like a lot of people speaking Spanish, and mostly South America. And the French reading and writing was something that people were commonly doing, or was it just some extracurricular activity? Like, is it common for people in US to take some like foreign language classes in school? Mexican native speakers are super fast talking and so hard to keep up. Yeah. Also, and at least from what I can hear on Duolingo, maybe it's biased against. Maybe it's biased in favor of like actual Spanish speakers. But from what I can hear in those like dialogues, it's quite confusing how they mash the words together. So, for example, if one word if first word ends in A and the second word starts in A, then they only say one A, like they say it as a continuous word without like doubling the A or any other letter, I think. Yes, it's common, but they do not offer as many as when I was in school. Ah, okay. But you know, the language learning is in school is not actually that useful. Like it's I don't think it's possible to learn a language at school. Like if you many people learn a language that they are learning at school, but I think it's just a coincidence that they learned this language, because to learn a language you have to have more contact with it than just a couple of lessons at the school. Like you have to listen to watch movies in that language, read books, and preferably also talk to actual speakers of that language. But you know, actual speakers are sometimes hard to come by. So most of the time, just passively consuming content like movies and YouTube videos is I think enough. Like for example, a lot of Swedish speakers say that they are so good at English because they have a lot of English education at school. But I think that's nonsense. The reason, I'm pretty sure, the actual reason why people, and especially in Sweden, are so good at at English is because English is like everywhere in Sweden. Like it's completely normal to find stuff written in English normally around Swedish, like in Swedish cities. So it's quite normal that if you constantly exposed to a language, then you're gonna learn it. Like I 1 second, BRB, okay. So yeah, a lot of people in other countries, and also in this country, in Poland, do have experience with other languages than English, and other languages, learning other languages at school, and pretty much everyone says that it's not as good as learning English. And it's because there is not that much exposure to other languages. Like I was learning at school, since elementary school. I was learning English and German, and I started learning German actually earlier. I think I started learning English from like maybe third year of elementary school, and German I think pretty much from the start. And yeah, I was learning German for I think 12 years in school, And after those 12 years, I could barely introduce myself. And it's because there is not much German like anywhere around, like per normal lives, normal everyday lives of average people. Like I learned English not because I had it in school, but because it's everywhere on the internet. Like most of the internet is in English. Most of the new TV series are in English. Also, if you want TV series, mostly TV series, sometimes also movies. If you want subtitles for them, you are much more likely to find subtitles in English than in any other language, especially in Polish. It's especially the case with anime. Like, it would be really hard to try to find every subtitles for every anime in Polish. Sometimes, in some cases, I don't think it would be even doable. You would have to just translate it yourself. And that's kind of defeats the purpose of having subtitles. So yeah, if you want to function on the internet, I think knowing English, at least understanding English, because speaking is kind of independent skill. Like you can be quite good at understanding, at reading and listening, and not very good at speaking. Like I'm not very good at speaking, and I'm not very good at speaking in general, not just in English, also in my native language. But yeah, it's kind of like independent skill, and it's not that important. You can, like, it's more important to function, to function on the internet. You have to at least be good at understanding English. Also, speaking and writing fluently is quite useful if you want to communicate with other people, but I typically don't want to communicate with other people. I don't think I ever in my life wrote a forum post. I'm usually just looking at the questions that were already questioned. At the questions that were already posted, that were already asked. Did I do this side? No. Sorry, should have known. It would be more than a second with a 3-year-old. Yeah. It's usually more than a second with like taking care of anyone or anything. Any kind of like animal, for example. If someone or something needs attention, they usually need a lot of attention. Three-year-olds are a lot of like cats. Or cats are a lot of like 3-year-olds. Which one was I doing? Yeah, this one. So now this. I'm thinking that maybe tomorrow, when I will be streaming from my laptop, I could finally take care of like attaching the cable to the ceiling, because I already have the wall anchors, or in that case ceiling anchors, somewhere, maybe. Yeah, I think I have them still at my house. But yeah, I could finally take care of that. Apart from like cleaning in here and everything. Well, cleaning. First I will have to do those trims, like do sand off the excess wood filler, and then I could start cleaning maybe. Because yeah, today it's gonna be a bit less DIYing, because I'm almost done with painting, and then tomorrow and on Tuesday the entire streams will be DIYing, and probably they will be a bit shorter because I won't be able to do anything else. I also think that when I finally find the cabinet, the rack cabinet, I will probably have to modify it because they are usually in like those very like round numbers of heights, like for example 2 meters tall, and I'm pretty sure my basement is not 2 meters tall. It's quite low, so I will have to probably cut off the top of that, and then like attach all the top, all the like spreaders and stuff. So I will probably be modifying those cabinets or this cabinet on stream when I finally find some. When I will finally find one. Which hopefully is gonna be soon. Tomorrow I should probably, hopefully, get the response from this PO box company. So I wonder what's gonna be the price of that. If they even have like this available. I'm not sure how it works with them, because like in normal like post office PO boxes, it's like a physical box that you have access to, so there is a limited number of that. But I'm not sure how it works with them, with this company. Maybe they have like just some normal storage space, and they and you just go to them and they give you the package, so they don't have they are not limited by like physical amount, physical number of boxes. I think this would make this would make more sense if they are handling packages of like all different kinds, all different sizes. And hello, Sapien. Today I'm doing some painting, and I'm almost done with painting. Then I will play some Minecraft, hopefully go to the Nether today, finally. And after that I won't be doing any gaming for a couple of days because I'm gonna be sending my RAM memory to the store for warranty. Oh, I didn't check if this is ready. If this doesn't require any sanding, this is fine. So yeah, from tomorrow on for a couple of days I will be streaming from my laptop again, which won't be able to handle any games. So I think I will actually do some cleaning in here on stream. I'm doing some woodworking, turning our pallet into screen door. What are you gonna do on stream without Minecraft? Yeah, that's a good question. Like tomorrow, I'm planning to finish cleaning all those remaining trims. So I have 5 of them, 6 of them, 7. Yeah, 7 of them. I have 7 of them that I still need to like clean them up a bit, sand off the excess wood filler, and also clean those edges. And then I will apply another coat of paint on all of those trims. Then after that, well, then I will be done with sanding. So maybe I will do some cleaning in here, because I will be done with most of the dust. What was I doing? Oh, I already checked this one. I wonder how much it would cost to get a door refurbished like you are doing. Well, for someone that does it like as their job, it would be less work. So not as much as I should charge for it, based on amount of hours I spent on it, because like they would be using some heavy machinery, like probably, I don't know, thicknesser maybe, or also some other kinds of paint removal techniques, maybe even sandblasting, though I'm quite skeptical about sandblasting, stuff like that, because I would be worried that it would damage the wood, and there would be like more stuff to more work with like cleaning up the wood after that. It's always easy being a specialist. It's the reason two of my wardrobes are full of tools. I want to do it all efficiently. I wouldn't. It would be nice to have a thicknesser, to have an option to use a thicknesser, but if I were to have a thicknesser, I would have to have a separate room for that, because I definitely wouldn't want to use a thicknesser in here. Like, I don't even want to use like smaller tools. Even an angle grinder, it's making a mess. And I'm quite annoyed when I have to use that. And thicknesser would be horrible for the state of this workshop. Like even doing stuff manually still creates quite a bit of dust, but using power tools multiplies that by like couple orders of magnitude. What is the thicknesser? Yeah, I think that's how it's spelled. And thicknesser, it's a thickness planer. So it's like this like box with opening that you push boards into. So you have this like box, and you push the boards into this box, and then on the other side they come out planed or sanded off. Whole board planer, yeah, it's I think it's called thickness planer. Like the thicknesser is another name for that. Those big planing machines, it's on my list of ones. Yeah, it's like one of the most basic woodworking stationary power tool. One of the most basic woodworking stationary power tools. Like I believe that if you want to do like power tool woodworking, you should have a thicknesser, jointer, and a table saw at minimum. Also maybe a router table. Issue is you gotta buy an expensive brand, otherwise power tools just break half the time. So I can only get a tool once every 3 months. And also, in my opinion, buying a good brand, and also, in my opinion, it's better in terms of like longevity to buy a used tool, because if it's couple of years old, it was used for a couple of years, then if it was like defective and it would break in no time, then it would be already broken. So when you're buying like power tools that are a couple of years old, they kind of already stood the test of time. My table saw scares me is the death trap. Like I don't think we have a table saw right now, but in the past, like my father had a table saw at my like grandparents' place, because like they were living in the countryside, and he was no cover on the blade. He was living in, they were living in the countryside, and he was like working there, taking care of the the field for them and all of that. So yeah, in there he had a table saw, like, and at first I didn't know how that table saw looks like, and I was talking about something, and he was just like, "Oh, let's just cut it on a table saw." And then I saw this table saw, like he pulled the table saw out of some corner, and it was it was definitely a death trap, like. It wasn't, the tabletop was made out of just wooden planks. It wasn't straight, it wasn't even, it wasn't anything. The blade was not very good looking. It was like this diameter, and it didn't have any kind of guard, any kind of like the splitter knife at the end, or like any kind of safety tool, any fence. You would just push the boards manually into the blade and hope that nothing could happen. So yeah, he operated that. I didn't want to use it. Uh, it has a cover that's I just don't have a miter saw because it was a cheap shitty one and it broke. So trying to do cross cuts on long pieces of is jump the blade twice. Oh. Did you experience any kickbacks? Like, I remember that video about a guy demonstrating a kickback. Be careful though, yeah. I remember this video on YouTube of guy demonstrating a kickback, and he was he was purposefully trying to push the board into the back of the blade to show how kickback looks, and he was using like these pusher blocks to be safe, but still, when he said that it was really stupid because when he looked at the video, at the footage, his fingers went like 1 centimeter from the blade. So yeah, it's when you're gonna get a kickback and your hand is close to the blade, there is just no way of stopping it with your own muscles. If your hand is in the wrong place, it's gonna get pulled into the blade. And if someone here doesn't know what a kickback is, it's like you have a blade in a table saw, and it's a round blade, and it goes like this. So like this, it turns like this. So you're pushing the board into the blade, and you know, this side of the blade, it's circular. So this side goes down, but this side goes up. So when the board is over here and it's like tipped into the blade from one side on the other, and it catches on those teeth at the back, it's gonna like the board is gonna turn and like right on the blade, the blade is gonna like plunge the board into you. And also, if you have the hand near the blade, then the board is just gonna pull it into the blade. So not only you're gonna get slapped with a board in your face, but also lose your fingers. So that's using power tools is great. You can get ones with specific safety stops, features that destroy the blade if your fingers gets too close. They cost thousands, yeah, I know. And I think there were at least some proposals of a law that would mandate all the table saws having them. I think I vaguely remember something like that. Why door sticks are always built long. This is the one I have. It has anti-kickback features, I think. Yeah, like this. Let's see, this, copy that, put this in here, and switch. Okay, so it has like this part in the back, like in here. There is a part behind the blade, so it should technically prevent the board tipping into the teeth of the at the back of the blade, and this would prevent kickback, or at least minimize the chance of kickback. And also, of course, this top part is also quite. It's also beneficial to have. So yeah, this. If you are actually using, if you are not taking this off, then you should be fairly safe, relatively safe, as safe as you can be with a table saw. Of course. As safe as you can be with a table saw, just in terms of well, of course, not counting that how was that called, saw stop, not counting that thing that destroys the blade when your fingers come in contact. But yeah, you should be as safe as you can be with usage of a table saw, at least in terms of the equipment itself. But of course, most of the safety is in the behavior of the user. Crash helmet might be a good investment. I hope you are using those like push sticks that you pushing the work pieces remotely into the blade. You're not putting your hand next to the blade. I think it's healthy to be anxious around table saw, no matter what. As soon as you get too comfortable and when the issues come in, I lost it. It's somewhere in the wardrobe. Probably, I should probably find it. Like the push sticks. Yeah, you definitely should find the push sticks. Well, it's not. It doesn't have to be like some professional push sticks. You can just use some piece of plywood, just something to like to not put your hand directly next to the blade. You can use a stick. I think Matthias Wendel only uses push sticks that he made himself out of plywood, or maybe solid wood, maybe even. I don't even like the saw saws I use. They aren't nearly the danger as wood saw. Yeah. I remember those videos about antique ways of using power tools for woodworking. Like I don't know. I don't remember like who made this video, but there was some video about some kind of antique. From like 1950s maybe, a woodworking power tool that was like a connection of miter saw, table saw, and all kinds of other woodworking power tools, and you would just like turn the blade sideways, so it would rotate like this and on the level of your belly, and the way you would use it is to split a plywood board, big plywood board in half, for example, and you would just push this board into the blade and walk against the blade with the blade at your level of your belly. And I don't know how we survived those times. How humanity survived well, how humanity survived most of the history of humanity. I want to make some jigs eventually too. I have a big one for an inch saw, and it's cool. But yes, it's a big blade. Yeah. I don't think I would. Like, I would want eventually someday a thicknesser with some dedicated room to store it and to use it, so that all the dust wouldn't spread to like entire workshop. So that's something I would like to have, but I don't think I would like to have a table saw. I'm fine without a table saw. if I had to get some sort of power tool, power saw, I think I would go for a bandsaw. They are much less dangerous than a table saw. They don't have a chance of kickback because the part of the blade that faces you only turns in one direction. Like the part that turns the other direction is like hidden on the other side. They are a bit more limited because like you can fit only like you can fit the board that is only so wide in there, but I think it's fine for most cases. You don't have any power tools? I'm gonna need larger box. I have a cordless drill. Well, not right here. I have it over at my house because I was drilling some holes, and I also have an angle grinder, like this one, and I used it, I think 2 times, and I don't like using it. It's annoying, and yeah, I got it as a gift. And I only used it a couple of times, probably less than 5. And that's it. I don't have any more power tools. I've wondered if you could use CNC machine to strip paint. CNC machine? Probably, but it would have to be and also what kind of CNC? Because CNC is not a very specific term. If you mean like this milling kind of CNC that's just have a milling head on it, then probably not this, because this is not very even, so it would be quite problematic to remove only the paint with the CNC. But if you would have some kind of laser CNC, and then have like the type of laser that is used for removing rust, for example, then maybe it would work. I'm not sure. And you don't have any power tools, you're gonna need larger box. I was looking here. I was looking for antique tools. I should have asked more questions. I need a grinder for the track repair we need to do. Yeah, I don't like using angle grinder because it's so loud and so messy. Like I used an angle grinder to shave off the spacers. No, those are not spacers. What are those called? washers. I wanted to get one to show you, but then I remembered it's called a washer. I used an angle grinder to like shave off the washer, the parts of the washers that were sticking out on this cabinet, and I could handle it being loud. It wasn't really pleasant, but it was so messy, and all the slides are still making this grinding sound because all the like bits of metal just got into the slides, into the bearings, and yeah, it's horrible. I should have just used a file. It would be better. And also the last message, what was that? I need more space for tools, which leads me to the next sentence. Since I dug a hole about 1 meter down, and now I wanna build a bunker, like call me Forza. I need plenty of space. Gander doesn't like wearing ear mufflers. I don't even own ear mufflers. Like, it's something you would have to buy, so I didn't. I recently bought earplugs because like I was doing some shopping recently, and then you know, in like this like construction type store, and in there I saw those earplugs, protective earplugs, and I thought, maybe I should get them. Maybe I should have something like this, and I bought it. So maybe in the future, when I will be doing something very loud, then I will probably use them. But typically, I'm just not doing stuff that's very loud. So I typically don't have a need for any hearing protection. I wonder if it's illegal to drink alcohol and operate a table saw. Why would it be illegal? It's not illegal. It shouldn't be illegal to do something stupid. Well, you get power tools. You really need. You really should get some. That I don't want to use power tools. I don't want to like do some kind of to mitigate the effects of using power tools. Like, I don't want to use up hearing protection to protect myself from the noise of power tools. I prefer to just not use power tools and not have a noise. Like, I prefer the freedom of working like this with hand tools. Like, with all those kinds of protections with power tools, you have to have this protection, that protection. It feels like it feels very restrictive. Yeah, I don't know, like yeah, like you are driving in a car and you're strapped to the seat and you can't really move anywhere. I don't want to feel like that when I'm working. Until you try them, it's faster. I did try power tools in the past and I hated it. Like, I either have power tools, like in the case of angle grinder, or I have access to power tools because of like some other circumstances, like either use ones that my father has, or my uncle has, or any other kind of family member has. So I used power tools many times and I don't like it. I prefer hand tools. It's more pleasant to use. Gunnar doesn't wear his seatbelts, confirmed. Sometimes, depending where I drive. Like when I'm driving in like the city center, then I do wear seatbelts. But if I'm driving just around the neighborhood, then typically I don't. And also, what are the other? He likes to make his life harder. I like to make my life more enjoyable. But he would need a vacuum setup in his workshop to avoid number of dust. Yeah, I don't have space for vacuum setup, for getting rid of all the dust from power tools. Check this item of check this item. What is this? Convertible frame saw? What is this piece in the middle? Let's open this over here. Copy that. This. What is this piece in the middle? Like this is the blade, and this provides the tension for the blade against this bar in the middle is like the pivot. But what is this? And why is the random bicycle in here? Do I have to read? This is a tape like ripping using under revolve style frame saw. Yeah, this is a frame saw I would like to have. Ripping. Cross-cutting, and now it's off. Yeah, I don't understand how it works. Is this like a fence, maybe? Like fence to cut stuff in a certain... I think it's a balance, maybe? I think it's fence. Because this seems to be like blade. When you have a frame like this, then the blade seems to be like this in this plane. So maybe that is the fence, like the stop at what thickness you want to cut. Yeah, might be a fence. And this would be a really weird way to cut stuff. I never saw a, a saw like this with this kind of configuration. Like typically saws looking like this have the blade in the same plane as the saw. So the frame is like this, and the blade is like down, just the directed down, but in here it's to the side. And in this kind of configuration, where the blade is perpendicular to the plane of the frame, is usually like this. So you have like those posts on both sides of the blade, and this like is like more balanced. And like sewing like this, I don't know if you are supposed to hold it upright and just sew to the side. It would be weird. And sewing to like top to bottom, then you would have like this whole frame tipping on one side. It's really weird. It looks good, I thought. It looks like fancy, but it doesn't make much sense to me. Yes, maybe had the height of wood. Side sewing is how I thought it worked. Yeah, it's really weird. Like, it doesn't seem very practical. And also, would you prefer a manual miter saw? What is a manual miter saw? And not this. Like miters manually would be cut just with a normal saw, like this saw, for example. Like, what is a miter saw, manual miter saw? Or manual miter saw? You mean like those handheld saws? No, this is just a circular saw. So yeah, I thought I knew what you meant, but after all I don't. Okay, let's take off the apron and play some Minecraft. Yesterday it was a bit later, and today it's a bit sooner. Let's rearrange everything. And also I will look some more into the sauce. Oh, Stanley, I didn't even click the link, but I think I know what is this? What this is? Okay, so that's what you meant. I don't think I would. Like, it would be interesting, nice to have something like this, but I don't think I would like actively want to buy something like this because it's quite big and it would take a lot of space. Also, I have to fill that with water, fill the bucket with water, so be right back. Oh, not this. Okay, I'm back, and let's do. So yeah, when I saw the Stanley in the link of the miter saw, I didn't even click at the link, but I immediately thought about the antique Stanley miter saws. Uh, it was like basically a frame to hold a backsaw like this. I saw them on YouTube. Stanley, my, how do you spell miter? Miter, so, and antique, antique. Yeah, I immediately thought about this. So yeah, it is an interesting tool, but I don't think I would I would want something like this because it takes quite a bit of space, and it's I think it's wasting quite a bit of space because you can pretty much like pretty easily do it freehand. You don't really need a miter, like a guide like that. Like yeah, it is a bit harder. You have to like put a bit more care into it, and in here with this you're basically just doing it automatically, but I still would prefer to do it freehand. And also I wanted to talk some more about saws. So not this. What? Frame saw. So there are a couple different types of frame saw, and you have, as they said, Andre Rubos style frame saw. So it is like this. Is there an image full size? Like full. Okay, this is kind of rudimentary frame saw, but I guess it still counts. So yeah, you have this blade that is like perpendicular to the plane of the frame, and it's used to split boards in half or in some other proportion, like make two thinner boards out of one board, and it's kind of more balanced. Like you have those posts, this and this, on both sides of the blade, and you also have this other type, like this, for example, that it has blade in the same plane, like the same plane as the frame, and it's used upright, so you're sewing down with it, so this part always faces up. So in here you don't have any problem with it being unbalanced, but a saw like this, it is weird because it looks like one of those saws that you hold upright, but it has blade going sideways. So you either hold it upright and saw sideways, which would be weird and kind of difficult, I think, unless you have two people using it, or the other option would be to have it on its side, and then it would be unbalanced. It would be constantly tipping to one side because this side would definitely be heavier than nothing on this side. So I don't think this is very practical. It looks interesting, kind of fancy with all those like brass details and stuff, but I don't see how this is a good design. Let's do this. Like in many cases, you have those like very specialist tools, like my miter saw, for example, that are making this one job kind of easier and kind of maybe faster in some cases, but they take a lot of space. They waste a lot of space. So if you are not just constantly making miters every day, I don't think it makes much sense to have a miter saw like that. I think it's better to just do it freehand. Same as with power tools and thicknesser. So I said it would be nice to have a thicknesser. I would like to have a thicknesser someday, but I wouldn't use it all the time. Like it would be nice to have a thicknesser in the context of doing large amount of boards. Like for example, making redoing stairs, for example. So you have like I don't know, 100 boards. So it's a bit much to do it by hand, to do it manually. So in that case, I would prefer to use a power tool for that. But for just one-off jobs, I would prefer to just do stuff with limited toolset. And to use tools that are more pleasant to use. Heck, even though the hand tools may seem like more exhausting to use because they require more force and everything, after using hand tools, I feel less tired than after using power tools because of like all these setup, all the loud sounds, and all of the hassle with using power tools. So I definitely wouldn't want to use power, even if I had a thicknesser, for example. I definitely wouldn't want to use it for every task. Same as I don't use an angle grinder for every task, for cutting anything. Only if something is really hard or really thick, for example, then I would use an angle grinder. But otherwise, I'm just gonna use a hacksaw. Now I can't find this nail. Okay, it's here. What did I get? Oh, this. Cross necklace makes... do I have a necklace? I think lighting the attackers on fire is better, maybe? I'm not sure. Build a shed with manual tools and then say that? I don't have a need for a shed. What was that? But yeah, I don't see the problem. The complaining about hand tools, like how they are hard to use and all, usually is a result of incompetence with using them. Hand tools can be very quick and very efficient. You just have to use them properly and have proper tools. Like, of course, you wouldn't want to plane the entire board, like completely rough board with a smoothing plane like this. You should use, well, depending on like kind of the tool set you're using. So with metal planes, you would first use a scrap plane, and in case of more traditional wooden planes, you would first use 4-plane, and they take a lot of material very quickly. Hand tools are fine if you're doing small jobs. No. Okay, I wanted to go in here and to read those bestiaries. See if they have anything interesting. I actually do want to rebuild some stuff on my property. Like, I have this I don't know how to call it. Like, it's just a roof. Like, it's the building that doesn't have any walls. It's just like frame the posts and the roof. So it's made out of metal and it's in kind of a bad shape. It's like completely rusting, it's barely holding up. So I would like to redo it with like wooden posts, and I would definitely do it with only hand tools. But I'm not sure where I will have time for that. I have a lot of projects to do. And then I would also have to have materials. Lag spike. Okay, let's go up. And where was the library? In here? This is a lectern. I'm pretty sure that somewhere there were bestiaries. What is this? Bestiary lectern. Oh. It's empty. And this is normal lectern. How about those? Yeah, all of them are empty. So I think now we do this. What is this? 6 waves. Drogo, elite drogo, and Zobify pig reward, simplify piglin loot rolls. 2 penalties. Explosion of radius for 4 blocks. Summon 1 wisp. Okay, so this is failure penalties. Oh, okay, so you do this with scroll. So this is wave 1. Ignited Berserker. I'm not sure about those moves. Eternal Legionnaire. Eternal Warlord. I'm not sure if I will be able to defeat them, but I'm gonna try. And I'm gonna try down there with some blocks. Andesite, I guess. Also, people often say about that yeah, try to make this with hand tools or that with hand tools, and you know, like most of the stuff, like everywhere, was built only with hand tools. Like most of the buildings, I think, in the world are older than power tools. Well, maybe that's not the case, because there are a lot of new buildings, but it could depend on the country. But in, like, at least in European countries, a lot of the buildings were built with only hand tools. and people who made them were very efficient at using those hand tools. Like they were able to make house in like 1 week out of out of road blocks. But there is a reason why we don't do that anymore. Yeah, because it's cheaper and requires less experience. You could just as well say that there is a reason why we don't make clothes properly. That we don't like make jackets on canvas anymore. It's cheaper. And the workers have to be less qualified. You can get like any random person from the street and they will be able to use power tools fairly efficiently with I don't know, just a couple of minutes of instructions, and mastering using the hand tools takes a significant amount of time. Same reason we use tractors instead of hand plows. Yeah. Okay, let's try it. Run away. It's actually not that bad. It is that bad. Okay, I failed. Then I guess we are farming the stars again. I think I have to be more aggressive. It would be more risky. But I can always teleport home. I have little to no stamina. Okay, now I have to get rid of those. I'm a sprinter in terms of reciprocal ability. I can lift very heavy for a very short time. I get mentally exhausted too quickly when physically exerted myself for too long. I need a treadmill. Uh, yeah, I also have like no stamina. I get tired from walking up the stairs. Okay, I forgot about those. I was supposed to recharge them. And I do have like this stationary bicycle, like the exercise bicycle, but I don't have time to use it. Like I was using it in the past, but now I basically wake up, do some stuff like reading stuff on RSS and other things like that, eating breakfast, and then I go down to start renovating the corridor, and then I'm making dinner, and then I'm coming here, and then I'm going to sleep, and also doing some stuff after the stream, very little stuff, and then I'm going to sleep. So yeah, I feel like I have no time for anything nowadays. It will take a long time to get all those stars again. Maybe I should make a revolver. Is it a revolver? A revolver? Revolver? Ah, revolver. 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 Oh yeah, revolver. Why I can't say it in English? Revolver. I can say it in Polish, and it's basically the same, but in English it's what? Revolver. How to make that? Doesn't look like it's too difficult. Any kind of strip logs. Underside brass, sturdy casing. Okay, it's doable. So yeah, maybe I will make that. The mobs are hitting hard. I need more protection. Fire protection. I should probably get some actual like protection enchants on here. I can get I can get protection threads in here, I think. Depth, height, warding. What is warding? Magic damage. I don't care. Undying, chilling, life drain. Okay, there is no protection in here. How to make protection book? Protection 3 is the max. Protection 4. Okay, I have to do the essences. How to make this? Oh, this is not too difficult. This is also not too difficult. Fermented eye. Maybe I have everything to make this? And no soul stars. One soul star. Another one used up. Bring this to me. Not the bone. I want a star. How long is it going to take to spawn? Okay, come here. And just ignore the star. Okay, I think I have to go in manually. Okay, so everything goes in here.